Oh my god, I look like an insane person right now. Yikes. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another Slacker video, whatever the fuck you want to call these things, I guess. You know, today I'd like to talk to you about something very specific. It's about tools. You know. This is a tool. This is a tool. 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 Tools? Tool. That made myself feel bad. And you know, here's the thing about tools, is you can use them for their intended purpose, or you can use them the way that works. Now let me get into that a little bit. So when I was a kid, particularly around 4th or 5th grade, I was not very good at handwriting. You know, I had my little notebook. I'm still not good at handwriting, but at the time it was an issue because we weren't using computers really regularly. We were just using our notebooks to turn in stuff and to, you know, take notes. I guess that we did that in 5th grade, something like that. And so I had a teacher that made me take some handwriting classes. And I thought, I don't need this handwriting. Like, I don't want to learn handwriting. I can get along perfectly fine using a computer. And it really bothered me. Like, it made me feel bad that, like, oh, like, technically my friends are better than me at handwriting, like, because they didn't have to take handwriting classes. It all seemed pretty blown out of proportion. I probably blew it out of proportion plenty myself, but the entire experience just really made me feel bad. Also around that time, we did typing classes. I remember it was called Pause Typing Town. It was the most fun. It was probably the most fun I've had being tricked into learning. Definitely. And with Pause Typing Town, it was like this game, like you would do these different games and you type in these letters, and it like taught you, you know, you keep on the ASDF and then like the QS, the semicolon, you know, how you're supposed to type. And I thought that was all fun and well, and I definitely used it and did my best to actually do like I was taught, and I never really thought about it after then. Now, years passed. This was like elementary school, mind you. Last year, I looked down as I was typing and I realized something. I wasn't typing like everyone else had been typing. I was typing like this. But yeah, it made me realize something. It's like, I've been typing like this for over 10 years and I haven't even realized it. Like, it just boggled my mind, the fact that, like, I was given such a hard time for not writing properly and, you know, legibly in 5th grade, and yet here I am doing this improperly, but it's coming out the same as someone else. Now, I did mention, like, you know, the handwriting wasn't really super legible, but my frustration was, I can already type just fine. Why do I need to learn how to write legibly? So I've kind of adopted this philosophy. Use a tool for its intended purpose. However, if you're using a tool for its not intended purpose, like using a screwdriver to nail in a nail in a board, and it works, why should you be judged, or why should you judge yourself for using the wrong tool? Now, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of little side things you can go down, and there isn't a perfect template for what I'm trying to explain here. But the gist of what I mean is, don't let other people get you down because they're stuck in old ways and don't like the way that you go about doing things. That's kind of what I extrapolated from this whole thing. I'm still not a great handwriter. I was taking notes today and I thought, that's really not legible. And I still type, and I don't type the right way, but I still get the job done, and I haven't had any complaints other than someone peering over and being like, you type weird, about my work. My last little aside is I took a screenwriting class a couple of years ago at Emerson, and in it we learned the tools for writing, or rather like what you should do when you're writing. And in fact, what the overall goal of it was is this teacher said before the class started, I'm going to teach you these ways that it's been used before and it's worked for people. But you need to understand that taking away from this class that these are tools, they're not rules. And there's definitely a differentiation there. Yes, I know rules are meant to be broken and you should try and go outside of the bounds as much as you can, but rules are also there for a guideline, so to speak. You can use a tool the wrong way and still get something else done properly. I'm gonna stop now before I go on too far of a tangent and lose myself, but I hope you've extrapolated what you wanted from this. I feel like I've used extrapolated a lot in this video, but it's a fun word. I will see you tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe down below or wherever, on the screen maybe, and hit that little bell if you'd like to be notified in your inbox or by notification whenever I upload a new video. I'll see you next time.